Hello YouTubes, this is Grimweird coming at you back again with some more Enigmatica 2 Expert playthrough. It's raining outside at night, which I sort of like the rain in Minecraft a lot. It's pretty cool. But I happen to look up and there appears to be some sort of shooting star in the sky. So that's pretty cool. If I had some sort of telescope, maybe that's an astral astronomy kind of thing. But I wanted to go ahead and do that. I actually came up here because I had just finished working on, let me grab some food. I just finished working on setting up just a really basic low-tech monster room. I used a really inefficient amount of ineffable glass just to play with it. And it's nighttime, so there's a bunch of monsters upstairs too. So I put it out here by my nether portal, and this is just super ghetto. There's no automation at all, but I do sort of want to get some experience farming here, and I don't have a way to collect experience yet. And I do also want to, that may be a bit loud, and I also do want to put some experience on my sword, get it up another level or two. So basically I'm using the old school, like, original vanilla method of kill that guy. So basically I'm down below them. There's one block here, there's a slab here, so they come down and step on the slab. Even the baby ones can't come through because there's a slab in the way, and they can't hit me because I'm down below them. So I just whack them in the feet and kill them. If I needed to, I'd have some sort of hopper there or some sort of water stream to push things to me. But I have Global Traveler on my sword, so everything is teleporting up to my monster spawner chest that I have the sword linked to. So let's go take a look and see if we've gotten anything good. I've killed, I don't know, I maybe had just killed maybe 15, 20 zombies before I started up this video. That's not it. Oh yeah, so we're getting all sorts of stuff. We got some boron boots, some ironwood plate, a couple zombie heads, nightly greaves, Faraday boots, prudentium helm, inferium, intermedium. So we're getting all sorts of stuff. Nothing of the more rarer ones that I want, the flux infused. But we're probably going to have to set up something automated and let it run for a while before I get enough volume of armor drops to get some things out. So, oh, why am I not getting out of bed? I may have frozen. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and see what's going on. Okay, and we're back. Logging out and back in seemed to help. I noticed from my screen that this was the first time I slept since actually picking up into my inventory any Thaumcraft Viz crystals. So I was getting the Strange Dreams book, and it must have just freaked itself out a bit. But that's all right. No concerns. So what were we up to? I don't really remember. I think we're up to some pumpkin pie. That's what I think we're up to. So we're starting to get some armor. That's all good and stuff, but to be honest, I don't have the patience to stand there too much and fight too much. So we're going to go ahead and just wait until we can do some automation of that. I played around a bit in creative when I was investigating this pack and all the mods in it. And I think it was that thermal foregoing. there was a, let me check this way. Doo-doo-doo. What was I thinking of? Industrial foregoing? Yes, industrial foregoing. One of these was like a mob slaughterer. And when we open that up, which shouldn't be too horribly long, we should be able to make one of those. I think it was a mob crusher. That's the bad boy we want. We could make gold gears. We got books. We're not too far away from plastic. The machine case, rubber, advanced alloys. So basically we need a compressor. The compressor is going to be the gating island for getting the mob crusher. Once we have a mob crusher, that room will just automate and start pumping stuff out. So we're probably just going to leave that alone for now. I'm glad I got it, and I'm glad I'm prepped for it. And we'll just keep moving along at our gates and our progression and getting some power until we can make that mob crusher. So speaking of gates, industrial foregoing is off of industrial craft. We definitely want to open that up. We definitely can. Don't have a compressor yet, and even if I did, I think it only takes 8 ingots to make it through the smelter, so I'll make some of those through the smelter. We'll get industrial craft rolling. So we can make a bunch of basic machine casings, and that'll give us some starting rubber, so that'll be good since I haven't actually collected any yet. And then we can open up some more of these. So I think we're at probably like, I don't know, 20-minute mark or something. I'm going to go ahead and pause here and see if there's anything I can build right off the bat and open up a few more loot crates for us. And if not, maybe I'll queue up some Thaumcraft and we can bang through some Thaumcraft real quick. So I'll be right back. Okay, so one thing I have everything to do right now is the Light Well, which is one of the things we need to make for Arcane Sorcery. I played around a bit with this in creative before starting this playthrough, and it reminds me a lot of the Botania mana pool in that you throw things in it and things can change, or you can collect starlight in it and then use that. So making that, you have to use this luminous crafting table that we got, that we made over by one of those floating crystal temples. And this means it has to have starlight about. It needs 3 runed things, one of those rock crystals we picked up, a couple chiseled things, a couple aquamarines. So I think I got all of that stuff here. This is not where I'm going to have it in the long run, but I threw it down here at night, and it seems to have tons of starlight, so I think we're absolutely fine for it. Grab one of these bad boys. Now these are different sizes and purities and whatnot. I don't know if that matters, but I think to be on the safe side, I'm going to take one of these that is sort of sucks in case I need high purity, high cutting ones later for something special. So let's see, we need a couple of those, we need some of them, we need a couple of these, and we need this guy, and then the little picture shows up, and then I think I need to right click it with the resonating wand. Hey, there's another shooting star. And it made it. Sweet. And then I think we can throw it down. And if I recall correctly, if you put like an aquamarine or something in it, it'll start collecting liquid starlight. So let's try that. Hey, yeah, I think think that's working. Alright, so sweet. This is not where I want it in final position, but it is out under the sky. We got a wall around it, so it'll do for now. I'll build some sort of tower and put it at the top of the tower later, at least until it grows huge, and then I have to relocate it somewhere else. So let's see what we got for that. Claim. Back. Cave illuminator, I don't know if I've got everything I need for that. So the illumination powder, no, that's going to take yellow nitor is what I can easily make once I get a Crucible up and running. So I'm going to have to work on Thaumcraft a bit. So let's take a look at that loot chest and then pause while I round up the things I need to beef Wellington. Yum. More food, so nothing too extravagant, but as you can see from my health bar, I have filled up my orange health things, so I now have double the health I started the game with, so that's sort of cool. We got some Liquid Starlight down there going on. Looks like we've got 600 and some odd millibuckets, and it'll hold 2 buckets. Alright, so I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to round up all the things we need for working on Thaumcraft. So we're going to need to create the book, and I think that's just right-clicking some Salus Mundus on a bookshelf. And from there, we're going to need a Crucible, some other things. I might need to play around with the book a bit, because I think the book also has some unlocks in it that we need to do. But I will be back in a few minutes. Okay, so step 1 is make the Thaumonomicon, bookshelf, and Salus Mundus. Yay. So let's see what we got. So we can open this up now. And we can look at these. Thaumcraft has changed quite a bit since I used it back in the day. Scribing tools and research table. Hopefully we have everything we need for that. I believe I do. So we can queue that up. Alright, so let's make that then and see how we're doing. Let's see, we're going to need a feather and an ink sac and a glass bottle for the scribing tools. And I can't remember what the research table is. I think it's called something different. So if I go at Thaumcraft space table, I think it's the wood table that you have to make first. Oh, and here's some more of that nasty interconnectedness. They actually make it treated wood, but I do have some treated wood. I don't think I have treated planks though yet, so we'll make some of those. So there's that, and there's that. And where to put this? So we'll just put it against this wall. Gonna need to start fleshing out another area. Now if I remember correctly, claim back. Now if I recall correctly, you have to make it and turn the wood table into a research table, but then you have to like break it and pick it back up to to get it to recognize it. So that was one sort of little glitchy thing. But what am I looking for? Paper. So I'm going to need 16 paper in my inventory for it to recognize that. There, it recognizes the paper. And then we turn this wood table into a scribing table, I think, by clicking it with the scribing tools. But now I have it, but it's not here yet, so we're going to remove the scribing tools, and we're going to pick up, oops, I sent it to my mining chest. So we'll run downstairs and grab that. And when I pick it up, it should recognize the research table because it stays a research table now that the scribing tools has turned it into one. So there she be. And there we go. Claim that loot chest. I haven't gotten around to running out and harvesting silverwood and greatwood. Usually I can sort of spot those by just looking at the map. And hopefully we have some relatively close. Silverwood generally is like a sort of big leafy gray blob. In a forest of other stuff. And greatwood is usually sometimes darker. This purple thing might actually be that might be a silverwood, or it might be some other special tree. We got a purple one out by this village. Anyway, I'll look around for that. They're usually not too hard to find if you're running through any kind of woods. So we'll find some of that, because that's a quick, easy couple of things. Just pick up some silverwood logs and pick up some greatwood logs. That's a quick and dirty couple of loot chests right there. And I love me some easy loot chests. So let's throw this table back down. And then we also need to make the runic whatchamajigger. So we'll do that real quick. Let's see, so we got that. We'll throw that on it just for kicks and giggles. Throw some paper in it. So one thing I haven't done is I started looking at this and recognized real quick that this whole create theory thing is much different than what I'm used to for Thaumcraft. So I'm going to have to read up on that and figure out what that's all about. I tried playing around with it a bit, some more decent food, but quickly realized I wasn't getting it. So I believe the table, or the arcane altar, or whatever they call it, this bad boy, Arcane Workbench, is just sprinkling some Salus Mundus on a crafting table. So I'll get one of the vanilla crafting tables, of which I stole many from villages, and see if that works. Boom. Alright. So I got a complete button in my Thaumonomicon, and that has now unlocked the Thaumometer. And I did, when we were out getting the monster spawner, pick up green crystals. They're probably down in my thing. So let's see, what else do I need? I need I need 4 gold bars. Got it. Glass pane. Got it. All of those. Got it. Wonderful. Get it. Got it. Good. So glass pane. You may wonder why I have 2.5 stacks of glass pane almost. It's because I've been so touch stealing windows in villages. If there's a building that has a lot of windows and that the villagers don't seem to be hanging out in, I steal its windows. Because I'm that guy. Let's see. want to move this up to its normal and rightful place here. And then we're going to want, oops, we're going to want one of each. Brown magic, teleport up. So put those in. Oh, I forgot to get my gold bars. I don't think I have any up here. I need to finish moving all my stuff down there, but I haven't figured out exactly how I want to do it yet. There's just way too varied amount of stuff to make lots and lots and lots of storage drawers, so I've got it for all my ores and stones that come in, and all the things that come in by my mining pick, but I need to move all those chests down here too. So, 4 gold bars. All right, brown magic back upstairs. And away we go. Oh, and the other thing that was really handy, so I found this out when I played around with this, is that it used to be back when I played Thaumcraft, you had to throw everything out on the ground and scan it while it was out on the ground, which sucked. But now you can actually scan stuff in your inventory. So that's super nice. So I can open up all my boxes. So this is probably what I'll be doing for the next half hour, is scanning all my stuff. So this is probably a good spot to stop. Let's take a look and see if we got a loot crate, and if so, what's in it. Claim. We've gotten a couple of food rewards in a row. I wouldn't mind getting something a little more exciting. An auxiliary reception coil, machines processing speed. Alright, well, I always like upgrades that I don't have to make. So I got 4 speed upgrades, I guess, for that, so that's good. I'll take that. I got all of that. Oh, that's another one we can do real quick is, if I recall correctly, a bucket of starlight is actually one of the things from Astral Sorcery that's on my list. Liquid Starlight bucket. So let's grab one of those real quick and end on a starlighty note. All right. How about giving me something really cool in this loot chest? Giant sequoia door. A door with a damn tree picture on it. Alright, that wasn't exciting at all. That's what I get for asking for it. Alright, so let's end on that note. So I'm going to run around and do more things. Is this filling up? It's filling up slowly during daylight. I'm going to we can make one of these pretty easy, so we'll do that next time. Or off screen, that's a little boring. Cave illuminator, I need to get yellow niter from Thaumcraft. So for Thaumcraft, I need to get a Crucible going. So I got Salus Mundus, I got cauldrons. Oh, we can make that right now. Let's do that. Cauldrons, cauldrons, cauldrons. I steal lots of cauldrons too. It's either smelt them down or because I know I'm going to use a few. If I recall correctly, these things can get sort of messy. We'll put it over here, I guess. Oh, I need to put a source under it, like a heat source, like some lit netherrack or something. Well, I'll think about where I want it. For right now, I just want to click it with the Salus Mundus and turn it into a... Oh, can't do it. Alright, I'll have to figure out what I need to do there. Made by right-clicking a cauldron with Salus Mundus. I got a cauldron. I had a cauldron until I sent it to my mining depot with my pick. We'll get another cauldron. And we'll right-click it, right-click in it, right-click around it. Well, maybe it needs to be lit up and full of water and doing its thing or something. Anyway, I'll double check on that. It's something we can do off screen. You guys know how this works, so. Alright, that's going to cut it for this episode. So we made some progress. We've killed some monsters. I leveled up my sword once by killing monsters and started getting some armor. We got some things going, cooking for some of our magic stuff. So that's cool. And we're going to continue on with some of that while we gather more components and keep pushing through gates. Need to make some power soon and need to get some more stuff going. So I will talk to you again next time. And I lied. I'm back. Just a really quick thing to finish off this episode. I think I keep forgetting that Thaumcraft has its own gates too in the book. So if we open the book up, we have to hit complete on making the thermometer and whatnot. And now we might have to do some of this other stuff. And then it should allow us to... here, I've opened up the cauldron. So yeah, now if I hit this, now I should be able to make the Crucible. So this is probably why it wasn't working when I right-clicked on it before. Yes. So in addition to the questing gates we have for the mod pack, we still also have the Thaumonomicon gates as well. So there we go. Now we have it. And it probably won't recognize it until I pick it up. I will silk touch it with my Global Traveler pick and send it down here. I really need to move the rest of my stuff down here. But get one more loot chest, loot crate out of the way before calling it an evening. There we go. And I hope it's something really bad, like some ugly food or some miscellaneous weird door that I will never use. Something just really bad. Maybe some reverse psychology will work on it. A sponge. Oh my. Alright. Sponge on a stick. We got something. Alright, now we're really calling it an episode. And we will come back and keep after it. Keep after these gates. Keep after getting some power. Keep moving forward. Still got tons and tons and tons of stuff to unlock. So much growth to do, so much automation to start. Yeah. There's going to be like 500 of these episodes. Talk to you later.